Our sixth and final senior qualifying heat about to get underway here in Belgium. So it is race 19 of the meeting, heat 6 for senior Rotax groups B and C. Your grid is as follows. On the front row representing Great Britain is Sean Butcher. Alongside from the United Arab Emirates is Lachlan Robinson. Kai Hunter and brother Reese make it an all-British row number 2. In 395 and the 333 respectively. Vincent France and Storm Bra representing Germany and the Netherlands, that is row 3. Ahead of the Netherlands, Emily de Hoijs and Portugal's Guilherme de Oliveira. Bradley Barrett and Teddy Clinton make it an all-British row number 5 and thereby complete the top 10. Max Stemmerdink and Luna Bloem make it an all-Dutch row 6 ahead of Arthur Horsch and Lucas Hartmann from Germany. Lars Zanen will not have Charlie Turner alongside for company, obviously with Turner's withdrawal from the event. After Lars Zanen, you'll have Maurice Schuring, Kylian Tarnier from France, Robin Knudson, Philip Vava, Fabian Bock, Bart de Wit, Christophe Capitain, Jordi van der Eyck and Zen Rudenberg. Kieran Kay also opting to withdraw from the event. So, 10 minutes on the clock plus an additional lap here in the 6th and final senior Rotax heat on qualifying heats day. And this has just been as fever pitched as what we had back at the Rotax Max Challenge Winter Cup in late February. Over 168 days ago. That seems like a lifetime when you put it in that perspective. So it is a KR Sport front row. Sean Butcher. Alongside will be Lachlan Robinson. They now get themselves ready. Get themselves prepared for what is about to transpire. And as they say, anything goes. Here in Senior Rotax, we bring it to a crescendo here in Heat 6. And we are racing! Great start by both Sean Butcher and Kai Hunter jumps up to second past Lachlan Robinson. Reese Hunter down in fourth place at the moment. 2 abreast side by side. Oh my goodness me. Guilherme de Oliveira keeps it around the outside of turn number 4. As they are, oh no, we've got people grass tracking. I think Bradley Barrett's gone off as well. 3 carts involved, trying to rejoin. So drivers now dropping down the order. And that has compromised some people's opportunity for getting into the top 30. So leaders now coming through. Butcher who leads. Reese Hunter Kai Hunter in second. Lachlan Robinson third. Reese Hunter in fourth. Germany's Vincent France rounds out the top 5. Storm Brouwer from the Netherlands is followed by Emily de Hoijs. Actually, Emily de Hoijs drops to 9th. Guilherme de Oliveira and Philip Vava for KR Sport round out the top 8 positions. And the 3 drivers down at the back end of the field are Bradley Barrett, Teddy Clinton and Arthur Horsch. Well, I think Teddy Clinton was definitely one that went off. Arthur Horsch started in 13th. Bradley Barrett started 9th and was alongside Teddy Clinton on row 5 when we went green. So now, now Lachlan Robinson is definitely getting stuck in well and truly in Euro Trophy competition. So he's got one of the hunters in front, that's Kai. Then he's got Reese just behind. The battle now really starting to come alive. 8 minutes to go plus an additional lap. Oh, as Kai Hunter sends it up the inside of Sean Butcher. And Lachlan Robinson manages to hang off a P3, but was running wide a little bit there. But Vincent France, oh no, Storm Pro really getting muscled in on by Guilherme de Oliveira and Philip Vava, the 2 KR Sport drivers. They are battling for position, but they are teammates. And just behind them, Emily de Hoijs, Max Stemmerdink and Maurice Schuring make up a trio of JJ Racing carts just behind. Then it's the number 320 of Lukas Hartmann from Kraft Motorsport, running out the top 12. This, you thought that the last one was good. This one has really got some high charged intensity, which is being powered by all of the 125 cc's of cubic displacement of Rotax Max Evo power on every single kart, as Sean Butcher retakes the lead from Kai Hunter through turn 2. Robinson trying to go up the inside, side by side. They need him to upwards. Oh, there's some smoke from the tyres. Hunter runs wide as a result of the clash. And Vincent France from Germany now goes up into P3. Reese Hunter now is with his brother, and they are now rounding out the top 5 positions. That was too close for comfort between Kai Hunter and Lachlan Robinson. No one was going to budge an inch through into turn number 5 as Stormbrower gets pounced on and passed by 3 karts in one corner. De Oliveira, Vava and De Hoys. So Stormbrower now dropping down to 9th position. Oh, the 320 runs wide. That's Lukas Hartmann, who drops out of the top 15. So now it is back to KR Sport 1-2 at the moment between Sean Butcher and Lachlan Robinson. Vincent France now trying to hold off the 2 Hunter brothers, being led by Kai with Reese just behind. The 344 there of Kilian Tarnier battling away with Sven Rudenberg and Lukas Hartmann. So Hartmann down into 17th position. Oh, and there's toing and throwing. There's switchbacks galore through turn 7. And in the middle of that, I think I saw Robin Knutson, Bradley Barrett, and also Teddy Clinton getting well and truly stuck in. And there's a little bit of a clash there coming through turn 9. And that would have been behind Lars Zanen, so probably Fabian Bock was involved. One driver runs wide coming out of turn 11. That was the 390. That was Jordi van der Eyck. We are nearly halfway done with this final qualifying heat. Is up the inside. There's another positional change, and that was on Vincent France, I believe, or was that Emily De Hoys, I think. As Bradley Barrett trying to go up the inside of Jordi van der Eyck and can't get through. Going through into, I think it was turns 3 and 4 there. So the Brit trying to mount some sort of counter-offensive to try and get back up the order. As again, it looks like Stormbrower is dropping down the order. Luna Blum, I think, has just got through, and that is for... that's for 10th position. Oh, and there's drama for one of the GKS karts. That is going to be Lars Zanen. Lars Zanen out of the running. And drops all the way back to the bottom of the field behind Christophe Capitan from France. So Lars Zanen was running 12th. So you had the likes of Fabian Bock, Emily De Hoys and Sven Rudenberg literally line astern. So Sven Rudenberg goes up into P13. Meanwhile, towards the front of the field, Guilherme de Oliveira is really entrenched in his own battle. And that is with a couple of other karts. He's going up the inside. Nice move there by the Portuguese driver. And that will be with Maurice Schuring and Max Stemenik. Oh my goodness me, little clash up at the top of turn 7. One driver sent going sideways and manages to rejoin. Nearly 3.5 minutes left to go in this race. And there are more twists and tales, like chapters being written in a new novel. So as they come across the line, Sean Butcher leads by just over 0.3 of a second from Lachlan Robinson. And I think that was Maurice Schuring that got away very, very lightly indeed. So up the order as, there's more drama. A Dan Holland racing kart off of turn 3 and 4. Was that Teddy Clinton? There was another kart just behind. And that could have possibly have been maybe Jordi van der Eyck, I think, judging by the colour scheme on the kart. Another set of dramas unfolding before our very eyes. So the top 6 are as follows. Sean Butcher leads, Lachlan Robinson in second, Vincent France in third, Kai and Reese Hunter in fourth and fifth respectively, and rounding out the top six is Philip Vava. Again, another great performance from the Spaniard. In the last two heats he's gone all the way up into the top 10, and he's now sixth. Guilherme de Oliveira is about 2.5 seconds off of his teammate, but is battling away with Max Stemmerdink and looks to be Luna Blum, covered by under half a second of the trio. And that is for 7th position on the road. 2 minutes to go, 8 minutes completed. And there's more drivers trying to get their way up the order as Jordi van der Eyck trying to get past Kilian Tarnier. Just up ahead of them is Zen Rudenberg. Then you've also got, well, there's a move up the inside. Nice move by Tarnier, and that was on Maurice Schuring. So Maurice Schuring now is behind Kilian Tarnier from France, who's got past Zen Rudenberg in the process. Lars Zanen is still running, but it was Emily de Hoys that was the unfortunate recipient of whatever happened off of turn 7. It was the briefest of glances of what I saw on the live stream. But the two leaders now are being joined by a third as we enter into the last 60 or so seconds. And it is Germany's Vincent France who started on the inside of row number 3. He is now currently third. And we have less than 60 seconds on the clock. And Vincent France on the last lap, even in 35 plus degrees temperatures here at Karting Genk, is absolutely flying. A 55 treble one from the 357 from Germany. Lachlan Robinson, who has become the first ever driver from the UAE in Euro Trophy history to win a race, could have an opportunity here, but it is dependent on Vincent France, who goes up the inside to take second position through turn number 6. Time is fast counting down as we are eventually going to hit T-0 and lift off, and then we'll have one more lap to go. Butcher still leading. Vincent France having deposed Lachlan Robinson for second position. Will have just over 1,500 metres to try and get his way past the Briton. 1,360 metres left to go, and it is all or nothing. Does Vincent France go for it, or does he decide I'm better off with the points? 339 of Emily de Hoys has just been hit with a 5-second post-race penalty for pushing. So the Dutch driver, it won't really affect her much because she's a lap down off of the leaders. But we go into turn 8 for the last time. Vincent France is keeping close to Sean Butcher. Lachlan Robinson is waiting to see if anything might happen. And I have seen skirmishes in the last couple of corners of a race where things can happen. They now make their way down towards turn 12. Sean Butcher goes defensive. Vincent France gets the run out of the final corner. He's going to go for it, and that is the closest winning margin that we've had all weekend long. Vincent France, if he had had another 50 metres, I think he would have got it. But Sean Butcher wins in the Rotax Max Euro Trophy at an official event, not the Winter Cup, and the winning margin 37 thousandths of a second. Vincent France, if he had another 100 metres to the finish line, I think he might have got the job done. But it was close, but no cigar. Lachlan Robinson from the UAE takes third position. Kai and Reese Hunter, the two brothers from Dan Holland Racing, take fourth and fifth position. Philip Vava makes up 14 positions from starting 20th to take sixth ahead of KR Sport teammate from Portugal, Guilherme de Oliveira. Max Stemmerdink, Luna Blum and Storm Brouwer make it a trio of Dutch drivers that ran out the top 10. Lucas Hardman and Fabian Bock from Germany rounded out the top 12 ahead of Maurice Schuring, Kilian Tarnier, Robin Knudson, Zen Rudenberg, Jordi van der Eyck, Arthur Horsch, Bradley Barrett, Lars Zanen, Bart de Wit, Christophe Capitan, Teddy Clinton, and Emily de Hoys. And that concludes the action for Senior Rotax on qualifying heats day here in Belgium.